Crafty friends and doll lovers. I am back with another video in the series hashtag December's Dollhouse. In my last video, I shared with you this room tour, and I received several requests for a tutorial on how to make these platform beds. So I am back today to share with you how I made the platform beds and the basket. For this craft, you will need miniature crates. I found mine at Michael's for $1, and these measure 5 inches by 3.3 inches by 2.4 inches. You will need 10 of these. You will need a glue gun and glue sticks. You will need paint in the color of your choice. You are going to use the crates this way. So the side is going to be up. And you have an open side and you have a closed side. So I'm gonna show you the configuration in a minute using paper because it was hard for me to get the entire actual bed in frame. So you're going to need 4 crates for each side. So let's do it this way. So you're going to put your 4 crates together. You're going to glue them together. So this would be one side of the bed. Pretty much up to you how you want to configure your boxes. I configured mine, and I'm going to flip it up so you can see it. So this is just facing upward so that you can see what I'm doing, but of course they would be facing outward on each side of the bed. So for mine, what I did was I turned the 2 end crates so that these 2 were facing with the closed, the open side facing inward, so you wouldn't see it once the bed is constructed. So this is where I would later put the baskets. You may decide that you want to have all of them open, which is fine. It's really up to you. Or you may decide that you want to have the 2 center pieces open and each corner of the bed will have a cubby. Okay, so this is the concept, and I will show you again using paper so you can see the whole thing. Let's pretend that this is 4 going this way, and let's pretend that this is 4. So you've constructed your 2 sides, each consisting of 4 crates, and then you will take one. So these are facing, I guess we're going to say vertically, and these are facing horizontally. The slats are horizontally. Okay, now I use the closed end on the outside. So ultimately you're going to end up with something that looks like this on each end at the top and the bottom, or head and the foot of your bed. Okay, so again, it's up to you. Use your imagination. If you don't want the extra storage, your bed will look like this on the end and on the at the head and the foot. If you decide that you want the extra storage, your bed will look like this on the head and the foot. So basically you're going to do that, and you're going to hot glue your pieces together, and you're going to paint. Now, wherever you have your bed overlapping, as in here and here, if you have the open end overlapping a closed end, it's going to create this, which means if you paint it, you're going to have to maneuver around this corner, which can be difficult. So I would recommend that you paint the interior of any boxes that will overlap. If they're going to be glued together like this, it's not going to matter because you can access everything. But if they're glued together like this, that's a problem. Why not paint it, all of it, before you put it together? I'm so glad you asked. The first bed I did that way, and maybe it was because I did not wait a day because I was anxious. I didn't wait a day, so I didn't allow the paint to cure. So it was a challenge getting the pieces to stick together. It was like the hot glue didn't want to adhere. It eventually did. So if you're going to do that and you choose to paint all of your pieces ahead of time, I would recommend leaving any portion that's going to be glued free of paint. So you might want to paint the entire crate except for any side that's going to be eventually glued together. So that's just a tip that I found to be useful. Okay, so here is what this is going to look like. So here's my paper, so you can hopefully see it a little bit better. So I marked one side of the paper open, and I didn't mark closed, but you can assume it's closed. So my bed is arranged like this. So I have the closed, or the bottom of the crate, sticking outward, and the open or top of the crate inward. I have the middle piece with the open facing inward. So my bed is put together like this, and hopefully all of these will fit in frame. Oops, I got that the wrong way. Open out, open. Open inward. Good, it's still in frame. So, okay, so here we go. So my bed is configured like this. Of course, so I have it where I have two openings here and here, and that's where I place my baskets. But it also would look good if you had these ends open and these flipped around. Or if you want the whole thing open and you want cubbies all the way around, that is fine. That would be kind of cool, I think. The only thing in that case is you'd still have some closed ends here, but hey, it would be like a design feature. And my bed ended up being a little over, just a smidge over 20 inches long by about 9 3/4 inches wide. I'm using these beds for my A Girl for All Time dolls, but the regular 18-inch American Girl doll will fit on the bed. Of course, it's not going to be as much room, but it will fit for those dolls as well. Here is another look at the platform beds. I used, I think it was 1-inch thick foam cut to fit the top of the beds. And then I made the double-sided comforter, and then I wrapped the comforter up under the mattress. So here's the actual bed, and it leaves space in the center so that you can store some things there if you wish. And then here it is with the baskets that I made. To make these boxes to fit in the cubbies, you will need a box in the proper size. Now, I found this paper mache box at a craft store called AC Moore. What I did was I took the crate with me and I looked for a box of the right size. Now, when I couldn't use the box as is because when you slide it in, it sticks out. So I found out that the box fits well this way. So I could slide the box in that way, and it was hidden. It wasn't sticking out. It was flush, or actually well within the interior of the box. So, but I wanted my box to be open at the top. So what I did was I took this box and I made it into the size that I wanted it to be. So what I did was I took a knife, and basically you're going to cut along the seam. And please, if you are a child, please do not do this craft without parent supervision. As a matter of fact, have a parent do this part for you. So now we're not going to see the box, inside of the box. I'm not too concerned about this. So it's opened out. So I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to use this as a guide to cut along the seam. Now you could use a straight edge. You could use a straight edge ruler and draw and mark and then cut. But I found this to be just as easy. Okay, so eventually we're going to cut off a portion. Now I'm using this as my guide, and I'm going to lay it down. If you can see that, I'm going to lay it up against here and use this piece as a guide to cut along. I'm just going to snug it up in here and then take my knife and run it along here until it is loop free. And it is. So then I'm going to do the same thing all the way around the box. And remember, this is going to be covered up, so it does not have to be perfect. So this you're not going to need. So now we're left with the side that we removed and a box that has been cut down to the size that I need. So we're going to hot glue this here. So we're going to hot glue it so that it is, you're basically closing up this and making a new side of your box, new dimensions. Now you can see that this slides in. It's a good fit for the interior of the cubby because you can reach in and pull it out easily. So now we're going to cover this, and to cover it, I purchased this jute. It came in it was much bigger than this. I made 4 boxes or 4 baskets with this, and I still have plenty left. I got it from Walmart, and I forgot how much I paid for it, but it was not that expensive. So I'm gonna start by gluing. We're gonna glue this on, and so I'm gonna run a bead of glue along the side here, and then I'm gonna take some of the glue here and kind of hold it just so it's just a little at the bottom, and then start, so I have it secured here, and then just start carefully gluing it. And you know what, I'm going to get a chopstick. Hold on. This is a wooden skewer. I just buy to use for this purpose here. So anyway, you're going to run a bead of glue and put your jute in place. Okay, so we're gonna keep on going and basically run your bead of glue and wrap. When you go around the second time, this is where this wooden skewer definitely comes in handy. So you're trying to get it as close to the last row as possible. Okay, so I've reached the top of the box. And I will usually go around one more time, even though I don't have much of the box left along each side, but I will put the glue along the top of the previous row, and then just glue that so it comes up a little bit above the top of the box. Now I'm gonna cut this end off and just glue just along the inside here. So it's gonna go just inside here. Here is your basket, and it slides neatly into here, and it gives you the look of a straw basket. Now I'd like to show you a few bonus things that you can do with these crates. In my room tour of Bex and Nisha's room, there is a bookcase. So to make that bookcase, I used 4 crates, and I put one crate lengthwise, the other crate glued the widthwise, long way widthwise. You glue these two together, you glue these two together, and then you turn this one clockwise 2 turns, and then you just attach them and glue them together. If you try this craft, any of these crafts, please, if you post any pictures on Instagram, please use the hashtag December's Dollhouse, and also tag me in your post, and that is at MyDollDecember. I want to see your platform beds and your doll furniture that you make using these crates and the baskets that you make. Thank you for watching this video. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.